Well, the elections in Kogi State is happening tomorrow, and about this time, some action would have gone. But let's take some updates now from Chris Illems, our reporter in Kogi. Chris, what's the latest? What's the updates in the preparations for the elections in Kogi tomorrow?
Well, first of all, a very good morning to you. This is Lokoja in Kogi State, of course, one of the states in the off-cycle election timetable in the country. Well, we know that 25 governorship aspirants will be contesting for the #1 position here. And of course, there would also be election for the Kogi West Senatorial District. Of course, yesterday, political activities ceased, and today is a connecting point between those activities and the actual election day. So there will be a lot of activities here going on today, especially at INEC, as deployment of materials continue, and of course even ad hoc staff. If you go around the town right now, you find a lot of core members. They are getting set to be deployed to their various units. Well, to also help us, bring us up to speed with preparation, we have the INEC Resident Electoral Commissioner, Professor James Akpan, with us this morning. And of course, I know it's been a very, very busy time for him. The mood is right, but how are they ready? Professor is with me. I'd like to say good morning to you. How ready are we for this election today?
We are ready. Yesterday we moved the materials from the central bank to the local government areas, and the registration area centers have already been activated. So by the time we move our materials and personnel from the local government headquarters to the registration area centers, will be fully ready for elections on Saturday.
Okay, now let's look at the units, the local government, the deployment of materials. How easy has that been? Have we actually covered everywhere that should be covered?
Yeah, it's been easy so far. We received reports that every team got its own destination yesterday. And so I think that is it. And then we'll also be waiting to receive reports today of the movement from local government headquarters to the racks.
So how many wards are we looking at? How many polling units are we looking at for this election?
We have 239 wards and 2,548 polling units. And then, of course, we also have voting points. So by the time you put the polling units together with the voting points, we have 3,508 places where people are going to be voting.
Okay. Actually, around town, just as I said earlier on, we have core members all around. How many of these core members will be participating in the election? And in terms of remuneration, what has been done along that line for them?
Well, let me start from the total number of staff, not only core members. We are using over 14,000 ad-hoc staff. And most of them, of course, live here in local areas, especially the core members. And that's why you've seen them. We're trying to move them to local governments this morning. We trained them, and of course, we paid the training allowances of the U-Core members. Actually, we only paid U-Core members because we are afraid that others perhaps won't turn up. And so we only paid the U-Core members their training allowances. Of course, those ones won't go anywhere. And so we paid them, and then we're going to pay every other person after the elections.
Oh, okay, after the election. Now, another concern is the issue of security. Go around the country, people are afraid that this election is going to be very, very tough. And so, in terms of security, what have we done to ensure that the staff, the ad hoc staff, are safe? And are you working with the security agencies on this?
We've actually tried over time to get over that concern. I do hope that it's not going to be an issue anymore.
Okay.
It started with we talking to the people, the critical stakeholders, talking to young people, talking to women about the need for us to maintain some peace during elections. And of course, the police on our own part have also deployed men, even from other states, to help the ones in Kogi State to cover up everywhere. And the promise they're going to deploy, of course, they've started deployment to the polling units, to the racks, to the local government offices, as well as our own headquarters. We've seen a number of them outside there. And so we hope we're going to have some peace, and then, of course, get over that issue, at least for once in Kogi State.
Are there areas of concerns for you right now as we go to the elections tomorrow?
No, because of our level of preparedness, I don't think that there's anything to worry about. I rather wouldn't want to think positively, and that everything is going to be well, just as we had planned over time. And so we can have elections tomorrow.
So we're looking at governorship and the senatorial elections for the Kogi West Senatorial District. How are you combining both of them?
It's easy for us to combine because the same staff are going to be there in Kogi West Senatorial District doing the same thing. In fact, even the coalition officers are going to do the same collation. And the returning officer, or rather the coalition officer for the district, at least local as a headquarter, is also going to be the returning officer for the senatorial election. And so it's easy for us to combine. The same people are using. I think we've also saved cost by doing that.
All right. Thank you so very much. We've been talking with the resident electoral commissioner of INEC here in Kogi State. Also, an election observer is with us, Idris Miliki. He's been around town, and he can tell us what is happening in town, the mood of the people, and of course the general operations towards a successful election. Idris Miliki, it's a pleasure having you with us today.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here too. Good morning, Nigeria.
Yeah, you've been around town. Just give us an overview of what you've noticed since the election approaches tomorrow.
Yeah, since May 16, when INEC came out with its own times table, it has been an eventful activities across the state. I just came back from the 21 local government organizing and mobilizing and building capacity of CBOs and community leaders in 9 federal constituencies and 3 senatorial districts. So by that, it gives us an opportunity to see the mood of the people. I've also witnessed 1 or 2 rallies. I was in Okene and I was also in Naiba within this week when rallies were conducted by the 2 leading political parties. One thing that is clear, Kogi people are ready for these elections. And everybody is doing one thing or the other to make sure that the election is successful. We as civil society has been involved in the capacity building, mobilizing civic education and voters education, because it's very key for people to know that, yeah, this is what to do and this is what not to do. But we have also discovered the fact that a lot of citizens, even the highly educated people, seems to think more of election day. Meanwhile, there are pre-election activities, there are elections day activity, and there are post-election activity. All these things are supposed to be factored into it. And if you have the knowledge of what to do, then it reduces crisis of elections. So I think by and large, we have seen security men, the media are also here, the civil society, the development partners, and also the electorate, because we have seen a lot of people participating in the rally. However, there are concerns, but we have made people to know the fact that there are previous things that make people to scare away. But this is a different election. This is governorship election. And as an addendum, also in the Western Senatorial District. So they are also increased the participation of people because you have different interests and you have different value in this year, a particular election. The concern of ethnic issue, which is going to be a determining factor here, is very huge. However, it's also going to be a mobilizing factor because people also want to vote for either their brother or their sister.
Thank you so very much, and that's all we can take from Lokoja this morning. Hopefully we should be keeping you updated with other activities, bring you mood, see the police and other security agencies. But for now, we'll take you back to Ayo in the studio for more on Sunrise.
Well, thank you very much, Chris. There is a lot more to come. More information about the Kogi and Bayelsa elections coming up tomorrow after this break.